Good morning, traders. Welcome back to our morning session on Market Outlook and NQ Playbook. Thank you guys for being here. Patrick, Maciej, welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Hey guys, welcome back. Man, it was a short night. Now we are back after our first price action recap yesterday after market close. Let us know who was there. We was talking about the silver squeeze. This was really crazy. But today, guys, it's a new day. So let's jump in, prepare ourselves, and I will pass this now to you, Fabio. Let's go.
Yeah, the first step is let's go over the dashboard and let's go and see what changed in the option chain. So to do that, I'm gonna just scroll down here to our screeners. Let's click on Gamma Screener here. And then what we want to look for is the highest change in JAX. So that will show me basically what are the assets that have seen the largest increase compared to the previous day. You can see here in this column here of gamma, in this case positive gamma, and that can give me an idea of like how has the market repositioned. So as we can see here, we have SPY and SPX. Those are the top one. We saw a big increase in gamma, and then we have, of course, Apple. We have QQQ, Microsoft, Google. So those are all names that are reporting earnings this week. So very, very interesting. But let's actually go into SPX first. So what we see here is that our option score is still kind of in a neutral environment. We can see how this has changed compared to the previous week. So we can see that we moved from a 0 score on Friday to now a neutral 3 score on as of yesterday, right? So the option chain changed quite dramatically. We can see it from the matrix here as well. We can see that now the matrix is all back in green, so a lot of positive gamma here. We can see our total gamma here, and then we can look at the different expirations. We have about 30% of gamma expiring in the next couple of days, so very, very important. And we have about 45-ish roughly by the end of the week, so very, very important. If we go back to Friday, we can see how things have changed. So you see how like we had a very negative kind of like gamma positioning on the matrix as of Friday. If we go back to today, the situation has significantly changed. So very, very important to understand this. And also like what you want to see is you want to monitor the biggest zero DTs levels for today. So we have our 6,980 core resistance and our 6,850 put support on SPX there. We're going to go into the chart in a second, but yeah, let me know, guys, if you have questions.
Fabio, I have really one question because in the pro room, and I think everybody should be asking the question, so why is something changed? What is the reason behind, Fabio, on your opinion? Why you see some change now?
The reason is driven by by macro events, by how like institutions are now taking in new data and how they are repositioning for the future, right? So it's very, very driven by what's happening now in the world, like economics, politics, macro environment. It's also we are approaching earnings. So this week we're going to see on Wednesday the biggest earnings of Microsoft, Meta, tech companies, and then we have a FOMC, right? So market is also positioning towards the FOMC decision on Wednesday. So I think the option data is normally typically the sentiment of the market because it's forward looking. So understanding what the big guys are doing and what's changing in the option chain can be very, very important.
And Fabio, there's also something what is in the air. So there could be possible, again, we was talking about this yesterday, but no political talk. Could be again a government shutdown. It's not fixed.
Yeah.
So this could be also having an impact, guys. And for you, because if we have the last time the government shutdown, what was happened with the market, and also compare this with the shutdown before, and then think about what could be happened again, but this is only could, not must, with the next government shutdown, so that you prepare yourself, as Fabio was saying. Hey, the options market is always forward looking, and how this can help you and connect the dots with economic data, political landscape. So we have also not fixed at the moment Ukraine, we have not fixed Greenland, we have not fixed Middle East crisis. So there's a lot of going on. And also we cannot forget Venezuela. Yeah, it's not fixed. There are so many stuff what's going on. And that's why it's always good to looking into the options market, forward looking, and good point, Fabio.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know, guys, if you have questions, and we can go over them.
The difference, Fabio, between positive and negative gamma, and before I know the answer, Fabio, and I know what you would be saying now, but also add to this how you can trade positive gamma, negative gamma, where you should be looking for.
Yeah, I think the best would be let's go into Quinn and let's start a new chat, and let's ask. This would be also a very good tool for you guys to learn about all of these concepts. So what's happening here? Like Queen is going to give us an answer, and then it's going to give you basically all the different links to learn more within our platform. If we go here, the most important part is really understanding what happens in positive and negative gamma. So this chart kind of explains it on how market makers are hedging in a positive gamma environment versus a negative gamma environment. So understanding the key difference can help you understand the volatility that you will see in a positive gamma versus a negative gamma. So what you see here is market makers in a positive gamma environment, they would go short when the market goes up and go long when the market goes down. So this tends to stabilize the price action. On the opposite side, in a negative gamma environment, they would hedge by going short when the market goes down and going long when the market goes up. So that means that when we see a downside move, it's actually accentuated by this hedging effect from market makers. But again, there's a lot of information that we have here. So I would suggest coming to Quinn and basically start chatting and asking questions if you're interested in learning these topics.
With Fabio, what the people can also do with Quinn when it comes to morning preparation. I know, guys, we're talking about this very often, but this is not only that Quinn can help you to clarifying about positive gamma, negative gamma. It's also helpful to developing a plan A, B, C. How Quinn can help us in this case, Fabian. And we have also the ask buttons there now. We was talking about yesterday, but especially now for morning preparation, how Quinn could be helping us and assist us, because Quinn is at the end your trading assist, correct?
Exactly. So basically, Quinn can help you with our data, can help you with news, can help you with understanding how our data works. And now if you go into the dashboard here, you have the button. So if you want to understand, okay, what does NetJax on SPX actually tell me, you can ask Quinn. This is going to open up a new chat, and basically with a pre-canned prompt, and then you're going to get the answer, and then you're going to be able to also access the data directly into Quinn, and basically also understand what does this mean for you. And then here we're going to get this thinking, we're going to get the chart here, NetJax, and then at the bottom we should be able to receive an interpretation. Okay, let me go back here. So you get the data and you also get kind of like the explanation, and then you can kind of follow up and continue chatting, and then you also get the chat here.
That's amazing, Fabio. So basically, Quinn can help you guys to developing a trading roadmap to help you to define your trading plan. But also, Fabio, before we can develop a trading plan, how MentorQ can help you to pick good trades with a screener.
Yeah. So you mean in the dashboard or?
Yes, from our MentorQ side.
So there's a few screeners that I think are very useful. So here under screener, you have gamma level. So you have gamma levels, you have open interest, volatility, and Q score. So for example, let's imagine that you like to trade our put support, right? So we have our put support screener. So this would give you a list of tickers that yesterday closed near put support by 0.20%, 0.45, etc. So those are ticker that have closed at the end of yesterday close to put support, right? So that could give you, like, if you believe in the level and if you want to trade the level, you can use that very easily. We also have all the other gamma levels. So we have our core resistance, high vol level screener, so you can use that. And another one would be our Q score. So for example, let's imagine that you like the option score or the momentum score. You can actually go and see what are the assets with the highest score. So in this case, we have GLD and USO. We have the highest Q score here. And then also another option here would be the change in Q score. So if you want to see the highest option increase, here you have, as we can see, SPX. So very interested. We went from bearish to almost bullish. We are at 3 here, but we also have other tickers: DIA, TLT, JP Morgan, Visa, and all of that. And then by clicking on the ticker, you can kind of go into the dashboard and start accessing kind of like the data and the information.
Nice. Guys, let us know if this is helpful. If MentorQ can help you here in this case to first pick a right stock, ETF, or indices with your favorite A plus setup. What you have, maybe your favorite A plus setup is the high vol, so that you can really take it or put support or call resistance, and then go to Quinn and develop it based on the data, some trading plans. So plan A, plan B, plan C. Let us know, guys. Is this something really cool or helpful? Yes or no? Amazing. Like it. All right. Any questions about this?
Not yet.
Perfect. So I would say let's pass this to you, because we have very soon economic data. To you, Maciej, for our good morning. And good morning, Maciej. Welcome as usual.
Good morning, my dear friend. No worries. Let's jump and take a look what we have before we start. So first thing first, right now we are after ADP 7.75, previous 8K, so plus minus we are sitting on the same scores. What it means? Nothing special from my side, really. So what we can have on our charts, let's take a look. First things first, before we start, is very good. What to do? Of course, jump to our dashboard and taking a look what kind of contract right now is the most traded. So let's dive together. Let's take a look. GCJ, the biggest volume from option and open interest. So let's open Sesam and dive to jet contract. Options score very high, volatility also very high, momentum very high, neutral seasonality. Okay, so what is interesting? that the first expiration is tomorrow, and tomorrow is Wednesday, when also GLD, so ETF for gold, also will have expiration. So tomorrow, what we can expect: gamma a little one from this contract, delta positive, put support 49, call resistance 51.25, high vol 50.85. This for today, for tomorrow, but we can also have it for today because, Fabio, if I could remember right now, this only looks like this, but the first data showing the nearest expiration. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have double confirmation, so let's go take a look what is going on in our option chain for jet contract. Oh, it's too big. We have two main strikes, of course, 52.00 and 5K, between 51, above 53 and 54 is building, but below also sitting positive gamma, 5K, 39, so each time $100. And is it interesting? Yes, because when we are jumping to GVZ and we're seeing, like yesterday, 34, it means that $100 is predicted normal move for gold per each day right now. Whoa, that kind of scores is not very often also on VIX. Am I correct, Pat? VIX is your favorite ticker.
Yes, that's correct.
So looking to the nearest expiration, what we have, 51.50, 52.50. But if we drop below 51, then we have mixed picture, negative gamma regime. What will be our support if we drop? So first thing first, between 50.20 to 49.60 area, and then we have another gap, and we are sitting around 48.70, 49. I hope that's clear. Also, let's take a look how our GLD will be looking. So let's jump together to our end of the day data. Let's dive, and then we will come back to our charts. GLD options, very high volatility, also very high momentum, high seasonality, neutral. From open interest for GLD, what we can see, 475, 470, 465, 460, 435. So each time we have big strike, 5 points, the distance to each other. So it's not such a far, but it's plus minus $60 on gold. And the main strike, 465 right now as a magnetic point, should works. When we are going to volume and open interest, 475, 430, 420, and this is interesting. Right now we are around 470 area, for plus minus 467 exactly, so we are a little bit below this area. And then what we can expect from the volume perspective, supporting 450, then 440, and resistance 465, 475, later a little bit less volume, and 500, another round label. I know maybe it sounds crazy, but looking that in last 2-3 weeks we make near 10%, ladies and gents, what is it for gold? Nothing. Be honest with this. So also jumping to GLD, tomorrow, Wednesday, expire 1.33%. Main strikes, 480, 470, 465, 460. After crossing 455, we are dropping to negative gamma regime. I will repeat, right now we are sitting on 467, plus minus we are here. So we are sitting in positive gamma regime. We have supporting zones and also here resistance. So plan A and plan B, I hope it's clear. And also plan C is very important because today after the bell, we will get information earnings scores from few big companies tomorrow also, and tomorrow before we get the data after the bell, the earnings, we have FOMC meeting, so this will push pressure to the markets, to gold, to dollar, silver, and not only. So right now, let's take a look on jet contract, what is going on. Let's clear our charts, let's map it together and prepare ourselves for a good session. Boom, first thing first, risk trigger 5400 from yesterday. Yes, 5400. Later, magnetic zone, 1 day max, call resistance supporting from blind spot, 52 plus minus zone. Right now we are battling around 5120, and what we have here, call resistance gamma wall. Whole day we are oscillating near this area. Later, what is interesting, HVL supporting GEX and blind spot, 9575 as a zone, and later another support from plan B. We are coming back perhaps a little bit below this gap from yesterday, which we covered. And then what we have, lower band from yesterday sitting around 49.83. So when we map everything, I hope it's clear. What we can also use, of course, simple trend lines. Why not? Is it help us? Okay, right now from the first picture we are sitting below. From the second lows, when we draw it, voila, we will have our also support zone. And take a look, ladies, gents. HVL, GEX, blind spot 10 sitting around this zone. Our first target, of course, will be still coming with this trend line. So core resistance, 1 day max as a plan A. We have plan B, we have plan C. So I hope this is very clear for you. If not, let me know. Do we have some questions? If yes, I will stay a little moment with this and repeat if something is not clear, but if not, I will continue. Do we have some? Fabio?
No questions.
Okay, so let's dive exactly to GBZ. Plus minus 43 points, telling us that really $100 per day is nothing special for gold as a move. Later, we can say we are extended, but it doesn't mean that the impulse is finished. So be careful with this. I hope it's clear. Right now, also from our yesterday point of view, from the magnetic zone to the magnetic zone. So right now, let's clear our charts. Let's map it together, everything. Boom, voila, risk trigger with GEX 7, 484, call resistance with blind spot, 480, 1 day max, 475. So exactly each time plus minus 5 points, and we have something special, something interesting, support or resistance, depends how we look on the market and where is the price. And what is very interesting, few days in a row we are sitting in the risk triggers zone, and from the second picture after crossing HVL and HVL 0 DTE, very often depends how sometimes our model looks, what we have exactly lower band support. This is crazy. I really sitting a lot time with MenthorQ labels. I'm not remember that kind of environment on the background. Silver right now, yesterday all-time highs, later correction, so from 117 to 102, big correction. Right now we are plus minus in the middle of this last impulse to the downside, waiting in the open space. From my perspective, pure gambling, but we have our zones, so let's map it also together and prepare ourselves. 1 day max, call resistance and call resistance with gamma wall 0 DTE, median price 122 as a first support, plan E. Later, when we converting SEAL to silver futures, 140, second resistance. What support us as a plan B? 1 day min with put support. Later, core resistance gamma wall, put support, and HVL, so magnetic area cluster 103.5. If not hold, then put support with put support 0 DTE sitting around 100, so round labor. If this not hold, what we can expect? Coming back to area around 90-92. Right now we are also above the main channel where gold from a long time was sitting. So if we cross the upper band coming back to the channel, I will be looking for plan B, especially to put support 0 DTE from seal, but staying above. We also have a plan right now. I will be only looking for this. I will be honest with you. I don't like trade with open space. So the best thing right now from my perspective, plan C. I hope this clear. Dr. Dollar, voila, dropping and dropping from 1-day max and core resistance. We start this day. Right now we are near 1-day mean and we have reaction, the pop. If this 1-day mean not hold, later 96 and 95.5 plus minus, we have supporting another zones, so plan B is clear if this not hold. Plan A, of course, we are coming back to the zone where everything supports from blind spots, and on the top we have our magnetic cluster. Yesterday gap wasn't filled, so looking for 3 days gap rule. We have tomorrow the last day where we can come back and fill it. If not, then for our system this should disappear from our brain right now. It's not time to cover this. So I hope this is clear. If you have some questions, Fabio, please let me know. If not, Patrick, I will be switched to you.
There's a question. I don't know if you want to take it or Patrick. Can you make an example on how your plan would look like?
Could you repeat, Fabio? The last.
Yeah, can you make an example on how your plan would look like? And maybe, I don't know if you want to take it or if Patrick, you want to take it when you talk about NQ.
I can do it for NQ, but you want to see more for gold or you want to see more for NQ or SPX? I have something for NQ and SPX today, and we're looking into our swing trading levels because this is really interesting how we can prepare a plan based on data. But if you want something for gold, then put this in the chat. If not, then we will switch over to me, and no worries. We can talk about the plan.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to share your screen, Patrick?
Of course, I shared, but I can share it again.
Sorry.
For silver and SPX. So, okay, Maciej, can you share something for silver, and then I will share something for SPX. So let's do it.
I need a minute.
All right. Okay, cool. Then I will be doing my part, and then we will switching to you. So no worries. Let me know if you see my screen, guys.
Yes, everything is looking well, Pat. Free windows.
3 windows, perfect. Before we go to 6 and 12.
Before we jump, you can choose gate number 1, gate number 2, or gate number 3.
All right, guys. Good morning. Wake up. It's now a good time for taking attention now because it's only 1 hour before the market will be open, and I think it's a good time for us now to take a closer look into NQ, SPX, and VIX. I was a little bit changing my structure because of the live trading sessions what we have with our pro members and also with the morning prep and the afternoon recap. I think it's much better to first looking into the bigger picture so that we stay on the 4-hour time frame. What we can really see, and as you know, I'm always starting with the VIX because the VIX is for me the most important one for timing my entries, also exits. So without the VIX, I will not taking any single trade. So why is this at the moment so important for me, the VIX? I will tell you this because if we're looking into this, then we are already at the put support and the put support 0 DTE. And if you listen to me and you stay here very often and you're also getting the copy of your masterclass, so then you know the put support and the put support 0 DTE is one of my personally A+ setup where we basically seeing very often, but we have to be patient because of the correlation. We see very often some reaction. And if we going into our hidden blind spots. So I'm using basically the VIXI. I'm converting the VIXI to the VIX for hidden blind spots because we have no blind spots for VIX at the moment. So that's why I personally use the VIXI. And as you can see, we have here also the put support 0DTE from VIXI. So this area here now between the 16 and the 1640 is at the moment my decision area where I want to see, did we get momentum to the upside on the VIX or did we get momentum to the downside? If we get momentum to the downside, this could be also really interesting. Why could this be interesting? Because when we're looking into our net checks, and we will see basically also in our swing trading model that our area is between 15 and 16. So with pin risk effect 16.5 and 14.5. So this area here is for me really interesting if we're breaking truth gaps 1 and going into 1-day min, or if we really breaking truth, this area here came back to high vol 0DTE and can targeting 1-day max. Why is the 1-day max for me so interesting today? If we're really breaking out here, because this would be meaning we touching here also our candle wick, what could be really, really interesting for me. But for now, at the moment, there is nothing in the play on the VIX. So let's wait until we get the market open. If we're breaking, first take a closer look that we're breaking out from the GAX wall and then going into 1-day min, or as expected, we're staying in the range, and also we're staying in the range until we're touching high vol 0DTE. So this could be possible a range where I would be thinking like we could stay together between the 17 and the 15. I don't expect so much volatility today during the market, but prove me wrong. So why not? And then let's jump into the SPX. And I won't be staying today here, and I will make this a little bit bigger because I want to spend a little bit more time now on SPX because it's really interesting what we're seeing now. So first things first, our blind spots wall, what we was looking into all the days and the last week before, they is shifting a little bit higher. We see it here clearly on the SPX. We have a huge wall. And if we're going over the wall, we're also meaning we're breaking 1-day max, we have directly an upper band and also again an upper band from our swing trading model. And here from 120, we have also an upper band. And I was taking a closer look into our swing trading model. Here we go. And the upper band success rate is 72% on 25 days. Fabio, what would this meaning if we see some upper band with the success rate? Would this be meaning we stay above or we stay below?
Below.
That this is exactly. So that's why this is a really interesting setup at the moment. And someone was asking about a trading setup. This is really also what I was posting into the pro room. I was saying basically, guys, take a closer look. We have a huge wall, blind spot wall here on SPX. If we're breaking through 1-day max, we have our upper band, we have our success rate with over 70% that we stay below the upper bands. So for this reason, this is something based on data, what you can find on your dashboard with the upper band success rate with 72% on 25 days, what you can find on the dashboard. And this is something where you can take a closer look for your trading idea. But again, we're not here for trading signals. And as you know, me or Maciej, we never having any bias. We are not bias long, we are not bias short, and we are also neutral because we have a plan A when we want going long. We have a plan C when we want to stay out of the market, and also plan B for when we want to go short. And at the moment, what it shows me based on this 5-day swing trading model, to going and developing here a plan B for a short, based on the data, what I'm having on the 5-day swing trading model, could be a good idea. But this doesn't mean that this works out, only as trading idea, what we're seeing based on the 5-day swing trading model. And it makes also a lot of sense what we see here now on our SPX, because if we're going now into the bigger picture, where we're having all options change, where we have ES, SPX, SPY, and the VIX, we will see only based on the gamma levels. I have no blind spots levels here. I have a wall here. I have a wall here. I have also my wall here. And this is also confirming that we have a wall on SPY, SPX, ES. So it's completely synced. And that's why if we're going now into the NQ for today, we should have in our mind that the SPX, the SPY, also the ES have above a wall, and basically the SPX, if you're going through 1-day max, the swing trading levels will be showing up, the upper band with a 72% success rate. So this is at the moment what is in my mind. But I will also looking into the NDX today about the swing trading model, what they selling us. Here we go. Let's jump in here. This is also really interesting if you want developing something. Let's add now our swing trading level first. Here we go. So we have here our upper band on NDX. So the upper band is a 50-50. Let's say 57%. I would say it's more 50-50. So that's why I have here my upside and my downside, because it's 50-50 for me. But now really interesting, Fabio, is the risk trigger. The risk trigger level success rate of 87%. And we have here risk trigger, risk trigger, risk trigger, risk trigger. And you know, guys, something is now really interesting. It seems like we get here also, based on the risk triggers, based on the 5-day swing trading model, also a wall above us on the NDX. And Fabio, what is a success rate for the risk trigger?
So that means if the price, so if we have a lower band, the price closes below the risk trigger, and if we have an upper band, the price closes above the risk trigger.
Okay. So, and if we're looking into this, risk trigger 121, lower band, and also the lower band. So the risk triggers here are basically from the lower band. So that's why we have also a risk trigger wall here. Now we can connecting the dots together, what this could be meaning for us. It's also really interesting for developing now our plan A, plan B, and plan C. Guys, let me know if you also be so in detail that you're using all stuff what you have from MenthorQ, especially as Nasdaq trader or ES trader. Do you looking really in the blind spots? Do you really looking into the swing trading model? Do you really looking into the full option change? Because this is so powerful. This is really powerful. All right, let's add now also our blind spots here, and then take out our swing trading levels, because we was talking about this here also. What we have now is also really interesting. Decision area, call resistance, round number 25,600. What is now also working side by side with what we're seeing here with the put support on the VIX. So if we see here a decision on the VIX, I'm sure we will also getting our decision here on call resistance. But for the downside, we have a handshake trade. Maciej, what is a handshake? We could have possible a handshake trade.
From here to here.
Yes, where we can
Yes,
trade
sir.
from amazing. Good job. Where we can trade from call resistance to call resistance CODT. This is also one of our A plus setups, what we was talking about in one of our master classes, how we can trade this. And last but not least, for the downside, this could be a bit difficult because there's a lot of going on what can hold us. We have call resistance, call resistance first, what we have to break with the round number, call resistance CUDT, high vol and high vol CUDT, put support and put support CUDT. And if we're going back into our bigger picture, to be really honest, the easiest one to read for me is at the moment, if we're looking on the bigger picture on ES, SPX buy to now, all right, we have something above us. If we're looking in the NQ, what is at the moment really interesting for me, it's much more the QQQ. If you're looking into the QQQ option chain, because why is this for me interesting? We have the 1-day max at the top. We have only the GEX levels behind us, GEX 1, GEX 5, GEX 4, GEX 3. But after we breaking through this, through the GEX levels, we have also our gap here, our opening gap. Here we go. What we can possibly fill, and then we flush down into the call resistance CUDT, gamma wall CUDT, and high wall CUDT. This is one thing where I'm looking for, because personally, I really like the open space there. And if we use our Fibonacci, let's stay on the Fibonacci principle. Here we go. And as you know how I'm using this personally, I'm looking only to the 0.382, 05, 0.618. Why? Because you can put this from the top to the bottom or bottom to the top. It's always the same. And I get a new area, and the area is showing me exactly the gap. And this is for me really interesting. So what I'm thinking about this is on the QQQ, the gap could hold as support. If we get the support here, we have also our call resistance on NDX. We have our call resistance and gamma vol on NQ, with last but not least a high vol and high vol CUDT. But if we're going through this, if we're filling the gap, it will be really interesting what will be happened after we touching put support and put support CUDT on NQ. Why? Because if we're looking into the left side, this is on my end, really take out the levels, a decision area. Look at here, guys. This is a really nice decision area. So this is something that I will be looking for. If we really dropping, if we get momentum, we're breaking through this decision area. And then again, we have here also a gap. Will the gap act as our potential support and resistance? Yes or no? So basically, this could be a really interesting area if we're dropping, but this is only what if. And again, I'm not a big fan from what if scenarios. I have always a plan A when I want to go long, a plan B when I want to go short, and a plan C when I want to stay out of the market. But to be really honest, the wall on ES and SPX and SPY, they scared me a little bit. I was also thinking this yesterday, to be really honest, and the market was going through this. But before the market was closed, after lunchtime, we was coming back into the box yesterday. So I could be right that this is a big wall, but let's see how the market will be performing. And again, for timing my entries, the VIX is really my one who will be leading me. Any questions are more than welcome now, guys. So I'm here. We have 15 minutes left. And last but not least, I have also the Magnificent Seven here, because we're coming now into the earnings season. Is there also something really interesting where we should be looking for reaction at the moment? Put support CUDT on Apple, Can we go and truth this? Could be interesting. Microsoft, I don't know. I don't find something interesting. Nvidia, also not. On the Nasdaq equal right ETF, QQQE, I don't see something at the moment. Amazon, is there something really interesting? Yes. We have also something really interesting. We are sitting at call resistance UDT and gamma wall. Tesla, also really interesting. Also now decision area. High vol and high vol UDT with put support and put support UDT. Think about our money printing level, high vol and high vol UDT. And Fabio, if we touching high vol and high vol UDT, when we have blackjack, if we hitting 1 day max or 1 day min.
All right, yeah.
I will help you. So money printing level, high vol and high vol UDTE. This is the money printing level. And if we hitting 1 day min and 1 day max, then we're talking about blackjack, where this is an amazing setup, because then you have a really nice intraday momentum, maybe to the top, maybe to the bottom. Again, if you're looking in now to Tesla and you zoom out a little bit, you'll be also now on a decision area. This is only what I'm thinking could be interesting. Google, I don't know. We are not directly in call resistance. What I would be watching now is Tesla with money printing level and possible blackjack today. Amazon with call resistance, and of course Apple, what will be happened on put support 0 DTE. But this is really now everything what I can say, what I'm looking for, and of course doing the price action from silver and gold would be really interesting if we see also some crazy moves today there. But therefore we have Maciej. Maciej will be guiding us later in the MenthorQ live trading room, IB for NQ, SPX, VIX. This is my baby, and this is what I'm looking for, guys. So any questions, more than welcome. I will put the monitor now to you, Fabio, and then we are good.
All right. Let's see if you guys have questions.
We have a little bit of bearish divergence between VIX and SPX. While SPX is higher, VIX did not collapse future yesterday. Do you take into account in your analysis? Again, I'm not an options trader. I don't care about what's going on in the options market based on the VIX. I'm using options data, who helping me to timing my entry. And I have my A+ setups, to be really honest. My A+ setup, I know it could be working, but it needs sometimes time. And this is really call resistance, put support, and then of course the UDTE levels. We have also the blind spots levels where I'm using Vixie, who can also guiding me. And if I'm seeing there in reaction, I will take it, no matter what. But I know because of the correlation at the moment, it's not one-to-one, of course not. So we have to be more patient. Is there any difference? Where should we load levels for custom levels indicator? Oh, this is a really good point. One thing why I'm using at the moment custom levels, because it's if I'm be here for you guys, sometimes the levels can be load few seconds longer. So that's why I'm having this in my custom levels indicator, so that if I'm opening this, it shows up directly. But on the other hand, I have more homework to do, because I have to go to Quinn, put all the levels into the custom levels indicator. This is much more work, but I'll be fine with this, because I have mostly where I'm trading only Nasdaq. So for me, it's okay. And that's why, yeah, I use the custom levels indicator. Because Fabio, why it takes a little bit more longer, we have no API on TradingView. That's why. But if you want to have faster connection, Fabio, I think there's something what we're working on, and we was already talking about with the people what's on our roadmap. But we have also API connections, Fabio, correct?
Yeah, API connection to like platforms like Transpider or NinjaTrader. So let me show you how that works. So if we open up, for example, Transpider, the levels are updated via API. So I can quickly go from one ticker to the other one, right here. So this is all connected through our system. With TradingView, we don't have the same, but we do update the levels on the chart. But yeah, with TradingView, there are memory limitations for the indicators. So there are some limitations there, but we do have basically the end of day levels updated for about 200 plus tickers directly into the indicator.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes there's something what I'm missing because I be staying now a long time here with MenthorQ, Fabio, and we have, I think, how long we have now the new indicator where the levels are in the trading view
Probably
already.
1 year, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the beginning, man, we was making so many crazy stuff with the custom levels indicator. Man, this is like old school. This is like if you're liking, for example, Windows 98 or MS-DOS sometimes, and
Yeah.
you feel like you're coming back to old schools, then yeah, this is something with custom levels, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it to play around with this. So that's why sometimes you see me really that I'm using custom levels indicator. Sometimes you see me I'm using the end of the day indicator. So and we have the full flexibility. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. I don't see any. What do you say to FX, to the Japanese yen? Maciej, you want to talk about the yen? Are you prepared for this?
About
The
the
Japanese
going?
yen? Yeah.
Oh, they drop right now. Yeah, we are near 153.272 on dollar yen. I'm looking at this. We are near 1-day min, but not on this chart, Fabio. I will be honest. So what can I say? The point is interesting. Below HBL sitting. Nope. So 153 right now. Later 155 plus minus for me will be interesting. If yes, later 157, 158 from my view. But right now, we know what kind of environment we have. Also, Trump speaks right now in French. So everything can happen. I will be not predicting when that kind of news from president coming to the market, because one or two words can push market to the other direction. It's interesting where we are out after intervention 159 near 160 to 153, amazing 7 pips drops near plus minus. So right now it will be also maybe healthy a little bit pop, and later, especially waiting for tomorrow, stabilize this around plus minus 50% of the move as a median. And this is only an idea. Right now it's much more interesting what is going on the market, especially one of the aircraft landing a few hours ago in the Middle East, which is one of the most important aircraft in military. So let's wait and see what will be happening, because when everything will be start in the Middle East, then I'm guessing that silver and gold will be not stopped on these levels right now. And connection the dots, Middle East before FMC and, for example, earnings. Oh boy, massacre.
This is not massacre. This is volatility. Volatility is our currency, and with our currency, we can make money, or if we too greedy and too risky, we can lose money. So that's why your risk management is always key. especially in situation like what we have at the moment in the market. Be careful. I can only say this many times, Fabio. I think last year we were seeing this. It was near the same time here, January, February, where Trump was released the tariffs. Do you remember when the VIX was going crazy?
Yeah.
Maybe this was at the same time, maybe plus 1 or 2 months more, but there was a lot of people, guys, who was never expecting some volatility like this before. And they was trading, for example, MNQ with normal contract size, and they was blowing up accounts in minutes because of the volatility. And this is something where we should have always respect for. We need volatility for making money, but also too much volatility is also a bit riskier. So that's why have your risk management in place. Because Fabio, we have one goal, why we're doing also this live sessions here with you guys, that we stay together the next year here also and talking about trading strategies. We're not trading for today. We're not trading for tomorrow. We're trading for long term. We want to stay here also next year, the next 10 years. And then we want to have Dolce Vita together. All right.
All right. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you this afternoon as well. So if you have questions, send us an email, info@mentorq.com.
Can I make a lunch, Fabio? Can I say something?
Sure.
Oh, we have our master classes in the Pro Room. Today we have a master class, and we have on Thursday a master class. And I was asking our CEO, Mr. Ruggeri, I don't know if you know him, if he can join us for a master class in the Pro Room, because guys, I know every single time you have so many questions about how you can trade call resistance, how you can trade put support, how you can trade 1-day max, 1-day min, also with the 0 DTE levels. And also, guys, what's the difference between the futures gamma levels, the indices gamma levels, and the ETF and stock gamma levels, about the option chain, who is trading what? This masterclass will be happened where Mr. Ruggeri will taking a deep dive in the MenthorQ Pro Room on Thursday. We was talking about this today, and thank you for your confirmation. And now you cannot shift this again, Fabio. So now it's fixed.
No worries.
All right. This will be a great one. Amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Maciej.
Thank you.
Great
Have a good
analyzing.